What's going on, everyone? So Spencer Dinwiddie has only played 2 games, and you've already seen the potential that's there. His ability to be a playmaker, which I think will be his biggest asset with this team. The Lakers have lacked all season long a playmaker off the bench, somebody that can run the second unit, somebody that can be plugged in with the starters, play on ball, play off ball, be a scorer where need be. You've seen his ability to hit the open shot, to step back, pull up, right? Hit the mid range, attack the basket, finish, reverse layups, even finish through contact, create contact. All of these things I think are really going to go a long way. Now, obviously, again, it's only been 2 games, but you see the potential that's there. And the hope is that that leads to, as he gets more comfortable, as he gets more assertive, as he gets more aggressive, only continues to improve. He builds that chemistry with this team, with those players, that he can really have a real impact on this team. And I fully believe and expect him to be. I'm not saying Spencer Dinwiddie makes the Lakers the best team in the league, but I definitely think he is a guy that makes the Lakers much better. And the Lakers have a real shot regardless, but I think Spencer Dinwiddie moves the needle even just slightly for the Lakers, which is what you want, especially for a buyout target, especially on a vet minimum, right? Doesn't get much better than that. But Rajon Rondo, somebody that Laker fans are absolutely familiar with, won an NBA championship in 2020 with us. Many people have even screamed for him to come back to play that Spencer Dinwiddie role at times. He's a guy that, his IQ, his ability to play the point guard, his ability to make plays, he has a real eye and knack for these things. Had some really nice praise for Spencer Dinwiddie. Also talked LeBron and the situation he has with the Lakers and talked about sort of the vision for Spencer Dinwiddie with this Lakers team, and even talked about what Darvin Ham's dream is, which is a 3-guard lineup with Spencer Dinwiddie. Rajon Rondo said that he actually believes the Lakers should and could end up closing with D'Lo, Reeves, Spencer Dinwiddie, LeBron, and AD, which is something that I've said I would be okay with. Obviously, you need to see how that works, but I don't think that that's bad, especially with Spencer Dinwiddie's size, athleticism, certain matchups. I don't think you can do that game in and game out, but certain matchups, I do think you can get away with it, and I do think that that could be one of our better units at some point. Again, depends on the matchups, depends on anything, but here's what Rondo had to say. So in the LeBron department, I think he's okay with what he has, Rondo said. He might have expressed his unhappiness or whatever he was thinking at the time, but that's Bron. He puts pressure on his teammates, and if you can't take it, he kind of fizzles those guys out. He's very calculated in everything he does, and he's well aware of what's happening within the organization. Bron's not trying to carry the entire load, playing over 35 plus minutes a game. I think a guy like Spencer can give Bron a little more breathing room to sit on the bench and keep his composure and gain his strength and energy back. He also added, I can see the lineup finishing with Spencer, Bron, AD, D'Lo, and Austin Reeves. That can be a tough lineup to switch or try to double team. The way AD's passing out of that double team this year is night and day since I played with him. I think Bron will be okay with, at the end of the day, what happened. Whatever cards he has, he's going to play them, and he's going to play them to the best of his ability. Now, again, talked about Spencer Dinwiddie, talked about his impact. Before we jump into the 3-guard lineup stuff, one of the things that Rondo talked about was that the pressure that Spencer Dinwiddie would take off of LeBron. That was something that I heavily tried to highlight in several videos and even a live stream when we first got Spencer Dinwiddie. One of the things that I think is going to be huge for this Lakers team is that one of the big issues is when LeBron goes to the bench, the offense and just the flow completely falls off a cliff. And a lot of times it's because D'Lo and LeBron will go to the bench at times because they're both in the starting unit. And you got kind of both of them sitting on the bench, and Austin Reeves at times is the main playmaker, and he's not really a playmaker. He's a guy that can make plays. He's a guy that can find the open man, run the standard stuff, the pick and roll and stuff. He can find the occasional cutter, but he's not a guy that just can create something out of nothing. He struggles at times with ball pressure. He can, turnover prone a little bit. He just isn't there yet. That doesn't mean he can't get there. And there are moments where he is good. There are moments where he really does make plays. But usually when he's having a lot of success finding guys, it's when there is a D'Lo and a LeBron, right? So he's kind of like that third playmaker. So D'Lo and LeBron are attracting attention and stuff, and there's all this action and movement going along that Reeves is able to kind of find plays. Usually when he's out there lonesome by himself, he has his struggles. Well, now you can go rest LeBron and D'Lo and be comfortable and let Spencer Dinwiddie run the show and make plays and score the basketball and run an offense. And he can do it efficiently and effectively. I mean, this is a guy that this time last year was averaging like 17 and 9 for the Brooklyn Nets. So he's a guy that could very easily come in. He's averaging like 6 assists with the Lakers in just the 2 games. So he's a guy that I do believe off the bench can come in. LeBron and D'Lo go and sit and get their rest, right? And you could go with like Spencer Dinwiddie, Austin Reeves, maybe bring in a Jared Vanderbilt, a Christian Wood or a Rui and an Anthony Davis, right? And say, Dinwiddie, go. Now's your time to be aggressive. Now's your time to shine. Now's your time to hit shots. Maybe you're even throwing in a Taurean Prince or whatever, providing him some shooting and letting him just kind of just pace and space the floor. I think that is something that is extremely valuable. And the beauty of Spencer Dinwiddie and his versatility, his ability to play on ball and off ball, you can play him with a D'Lo. You can play him with a Reeves. You can play him with a D'Lo and a Reeves because he has a solid wingspan. He's, 6'5", like 200 pounds. He's got, or 210, something like that. And he has like a 6'8", almost 6'9" wingspan. And then you add his athleticism, his ability to apply pressure on the basketball. He's a guy that could play and defend multiple positions, right? Hit the open shot. He's like 43% on catch and shoot threes. Like, you can constantly have him be in various lineups and have those lineups have success. And that's what's important. And having a lineup out there of D'Lo, Spencer, Reeves, LeBron, and AD is very versatile, is very hard to defend, right? Especially if everyone's moving, the ball is moving, the ball isn't sticking. Like, how do you double team all of these guys? How do you stop these guys from just getting what they want? You're talking about 3 legit skill guards. It's a big, I said this before when I talked about 3-guard lineup. Because when Darvin Ham talked about it, everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of people really were like, oh, here we go. But there's a big difference between last year when it was like Russell Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder, Kendrick Nunn. Or, it's like Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook. Talking about 3 guys that are undersized, 3 guys that can't shoot the basketball, that aren't legit 3-level scorers, that just are all kind of flat. And now you're talking about 3 guys that are all 6'4", 6'5", right? D'Lo's like 6'3", 6'4". Talking about Spencer Dinwiddie, who's 6'5", 6'6". Austin Reeves is 6'5", right? And you've seen Spencer Dinwiddie. He's pretty stocky. He's a pretty good-sized guy. And so you can have those 3 out there. I'm not saying you play them 40 minutes a game, but I mean, even look at last year, right? How many times did we run D'Lo, Schroeder, and Austin Reeves, and it was super successful. And we had a ton of success with that. You don't think you could have just as much, if not more, with a guy? Spencer Dinwiddie is better than Dennis Schroeder is. He's a better shooter. He's a better playmaker. He's bigger, right? He might not be the defender and kind of the pest and the high energy motor guy, but he's still better overall basketball player. And you could have all 3 of these skill guards out there with LeBron and AD and just cause mayhem for the opposing team, right? I think Spencer Dinwiddie is going to do a ton of just taking pressure off of LeBron and AD, D'Lo, and Austin Reeves. Spencer Dinwiddie just gets to be another guy that can come in and alleviate some of the pressure from LeBron, alleviate some of the pressure from Anthony Davis, can on any given night be that third guy. On any given night could be the fourth guy. And that's the beauty, right? You know what you're going to get from LeBron and AD. But there are times where you're like, oh, what are we going to get from D'Lo? What are we going to get from Reeves? Right? D'Lo and Reeves D'Lo's been excellent the last month and a half. And Reeves, the last 10 games, has been very good. Right? Both guys are shooting 41, almost 42% from three-point range in this span, these last 10 games. Both of these guys are shooting 50% from the field in these last few games. Both guys are averaging around 20 points. D'Lo's averaging the last 10 games is averaging 20 and a half points. Austin Reeves is averaging 19 and a half points. Right? That's great. Well, now Spencer Dinwiddie is another guy that could do that. And when those two guys are cooking, Dinwiddie can make plays, play some defense, and go get you, 10 to 15 points. And you probably win all those games. There's a night where Austin Reeves just doesn't have it and he's struggling offensively. Well, Dinwiddie can step up and he can go be a guy to go get 20. Right? Or D'Lo. D'Lo's having an off night. Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can step up. He can go get you 20. Right? So it's like when all three are cooking with LeBron, you're probably winning every one of those games. If one of them struggles, now you just have that other guy that can come in, step up, and play a role. Could be that third guy on any given night. Could be that fourth guy on any given night. That is huge. That is massive. And Spencer Dinwiddie, I think, is going to go a long way for the Lakers. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts on what Rondo said? Do you agree with his points? Do you disagree with his points? What do you think about things that I talked about in this video? Do you agree with my points? Disagree with my points? What do you think of Spencer Dinwiddie as a whole? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.